What's up, everybody? It's actually really late for me, but I'm sorry if any of you were waiting for something to go up yesterday and nothing did. I want you to know I'm still here. It's just that I'll be honest, although I uploaded Monday, I'm feeling pretty... Well, I'm feeling better now, but I felt pretty sick Monday, and I wasn't feeling too hot today either. So I'm feeling better now. I'm somewhat recovered, but for the most part, I just haven't been feeling too good from about Friday onward. So yeah, I'm feeling better. Hopefully things get a little bit more regular from this point onward. But anyway, back onto normal business. This is an Alolan Raichu raid that I did last week. I've fallen really behind on getting through all the stuff that I've recorded. I have slowed down on raiding just a little bit as a result. Although I'm not recording it right now, I guess I can show it to you in the next one, on the next video. But I did break 44 million XP tonight, right before I started recording. It was my goal to hit 44 million tonight because, in case you don't know, there's a level 40 club, quote unquote. I'm not an official member, but I do take part in their surveys where they rank and keep track of the progress of level 40. So you do have to verify you're level 40, of course, but once you begin sending your results in, once you're allowed to begin doing that, unless you're audited every now and then for what seems to be like a weird or outlier number, and even then, your results are still accepted if the audit checks out, right? Then you're just kept track of, and you don't have to constantly re-verify yourself, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The reason why I wanted to hit 44 million tonight was because tonight was the deadline for sending in your numbers for July, and I wanted to have a solid 10 million XP gained between June and July. It was that whole 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, but it was that week where rating XP was doubled, where I gained a huge amount of XP. And as the month slowly came to a close, I was like, oh, I can gain 10 million XP this month. So I decided that I would, and I did successfully. I gained 10 million and 10,000 thereabouts XP. So big milestone for me, yay! I was a lot more excited when I did it than I am now. I don't know how to show more excitement or emote just yet when recording, but you may, if you could see my face, you could see I'm grinning from ear to ear. I'm thoroughly enjoying that moment, the moment when I hit 44 million, because it was fun. Anyway, these are some Registeel Raids. This is actually a good one, the 1281 CP. I think that was like 96% or something. Which is pretty good. It doesn't beat my highest IV one, but it's pretty good. It was worth keeping. I think I'm not holding on to too many Registeel, which is okay considering that it's pretty much a trophy Pokemon. I'm only going to power up one Registeel, and I should honestly, if you need to know, if your Stardust is rather barren, if you want to only spend it on things that are good, you honestly should not spend any on this Pokemon whatsoever, because he's not good. I actually want to know, where does he fit on the list of good Steel types, because he's not beating out Scizor or Metagross. I think even Steelix probably is better. Maybe he outdoes Skarmory. I honestly doubt it. I think Registeel is just kind of a bad Pokemon. I really want to see, okay, so I've tried to solo Curlia, Curlia the raid boss with him, multiple times. I may have to max one out before Registeel leaves, so I can see if a maxed out Registeel can do it. And I haven't really been trying. I haven't been doing my hardest with the Registeels I've been using versus Kirlia. But my 98% one came with Metal Claw and Flash Cannon, so I didn't need to invest any TMs there. And I haven't powered it up at all. But it successfully got Kirlia into the red before it died. But here's the problem. I was doing it with another... I did that Kirlia raid and like a random person hopped in the lobby at the last second. I really need to start doing these things private, so that way I can see just how good these Pokemon are. But that Registeel brought it to the red with a second person. That second person was like bringing Agrons and stuff, which in most situations would be terrible, but Kirlia is actually weak to Aggron Steel set. So I'm not exactly sure how much damage the Registeel actually did. I came out of there doing the most damage, but probably just barely. So what I really want to see is can a level 20 Registeel do it, and if not, can a level 40 Registeel do it? I want to be able to have one Registeel beat a Kirlia. It has probably already been done, like maybe people already figured out, maybe people haven't, just because Registeel is so bad. But it's a funny question. It's a fun question to ask yourself. Can a Registeel beat a Kirlia? This is like the one matchup where Registeel has like the advantage, and it's not absolutely terrible. Of course, Metagross can do it, and Scissor can do it with its double iron set. And also, while I'm looking in my box, I do have 3 Registeel on me, a 98 and a 96%, which are both above my IV threshold to keep. And I have a third one which is below 96, but I do collect Pokemon that have an IV spread of 13, 13, 13, and 14, 14, 14, just because those combinations are as rare as perfect IV Pokemon and 0% Pokemon. Well, I don't think I actually have ever said this, but 0% Pokemon are actually rarer than the other 3 combinations. But this Registeel, I believe, is 14, 14, 14, so it's 93%. And 93% Pokemon are actually more common than 100%, but 93% that have a 14 in every stat are just as rare. And I keep all Pokemon that have a 14, 14, 14, or 13, 13, 13. So, I've already said that. I think I've repeated myself, but just to emphasize that. Yeah, that's why I have a third Registeel. I'm still looking for the perfect. He'll be around for like 2 more weeks, so we'll see. Yeah, that's... Registeel's okay. He's okay. He's given me incentive to max out more of my Machamps. I now have... My Machamp team has significantly improved under Registeel, more so than it did under Regice. Because for Regice, I preferred using fire types for Registeel. It's partially because of the weather. When Regice was around, we had sunnier weather. Yeah, the weather tended to be clear most of the time. For Registeel, the weather has been mostly cloudy. So in most situations, Machamp is by far and away the best Pokemon to answer Registeel with. So I've just been powering up more and more Machamps. I now have 3 at level 40. The 2676 CP one you see right now is now level 40. I maxed it completely out. Actually, the day I recorded this, but after this compilation ended. You'll probably see in tomorrow's video. I'll probably include it at the start where I max out the Machamp in question. And a new Machamp. It was an 87. It was a level 35 Machamp I found in the wild. That was 87%. And I decided that, you know what? While I was mass evolving tonight, I went ahead and evolved that all the way. Just because I have even after the evolution, I have 2600 Machamp candy, so why not? It's not going to really do anything like dent my Machamp candy supply anyway. I TM'd it because I want to use it versus Registeel. So this is my Second level 35 Machamp, I have another one that's counter dynamic punch that's 80%. I found it as it was as a Machamp in the wild, and then I evolved it. So my Registeel team now consists of 3 level 40 Machamps, 2 level 35 Machamps, and 1 level 30 Machamp. And it's just been improving. Under Regirock it'll probably get better. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time we get Regigigas I'll have 6 maxed out Machamps for him. And that's going to be good because although Registeel and Regirock all have a somewhat varied list of counters, and the one that they all share is Machamp, for Registeel the only counter is Machamp. Well, Machamp isn't the only counter, but the only counter for Regigigas is our fighting types, and Machamp is the best fighting type. We don't get good legendary fighting types or a better non-legendary fighting type until Generation 5. Because for non-legendaries we'll get Conkeldurr, which is 3300 as its max CP. It's just Machamp, but better. And it gets access to the same moves. So Counter Dynamic Punch Conkeldurr will be the best fighting type. And oh, that's the end. Oh, and we'll have the Swords of Justice as legendaries, which is like a group of 4 fighting types. But that's more about that, you know, when Gen 5 gets a little bit closer. But that's it. This raid lock is different from previous ones because I'm actually talking about the raids in the video in question. Probably do something a little bit more along those lines as we move forward, and I separate out content because I was just like talking about random Pokemon Go things. Previous raid logs, I'm going to change it up a little bit. Probably talk more about the raids in question in raid logs, and then have different content for the videos. For different Pokemon Go stuff for different videos then, aside from raid logs, if you understood anything I just said. But that's it. This has been Lord Sakari. I'll see you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. See you in the next one.